Hello everyone, today I'm back with my April wrap-up and May TBR. So let's begin with the wrap-up. I had a pretty decent month of reading for the month, but I didn't really read many of the books that were on my TBR. Just didn't really end up happening, but that's okay. So let's start with the books that I read if I can find them. Firstly, on my Kindle, I finished Transcendence by Shay Savage and I loved it. It was so good. It was really quite amusing having this caveman unable to speak and really communicate apart from grunts, and this woman from the future, it seems, this modern girl, and her struggling so much to communicate with him and he really doesn't understand anything. It was quite funny at times. This book does contain some sexual content for the younger viewers. I'd probably advise waiting before you get around to this book because it's quite a bit of sex at times, quite a bit of it. It was super duper cute and there were some elements that I definitely wasn't expecting. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. I'll try and remember to leave a link down below to where you can get it for your e-readers and stuff. So yeah, definitely check it out. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Next, I have More Than This by Patrick Ness. I buddy read this with my friend Dylan from Dylan Books, and I actually did do a review of this one earlier on in the month, so I'll leave a link down below if you want to know a little bit more about it and my thoughts and things like that. But overall, I really did enjoy it. Again, 4.5 out of 5 stars. This was just like craziness. So crazy. Next on the list is Know and Me by Delphine de Vigan, and this was my pick from the TBR jar. Overall, I quite enjoyed it. I gave it about a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Quite different to what I was expecting going into it, but overall I did quite like it. I just wasn't really overwhelmed by it, but I can understand why people really do enjoy this. The thing I probably liked the most about this book was the main character, Lou, and I really liked how she was the one narrating this story. The next few books I've already mentioned in my Dewey's Readathon wrap-up, but I'll just do a quick overview and let you know what I actually thought about it. Firstly is Ransom by David Malouf. I had to read this one for university, went into it not knowing what it was going to be about at all, and I actually ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would. Usually with like required readings I'm like meh, so I was expecting to like hate this or just find it completely boring, but it was surprisingly quite good and quite intriguing, and I am quite interested in like all the ancient Greeks and the gods and things like that. So yeah, I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. Next was The Sign of Four by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, a Sherlock Holmes book, and I first started reading them in the booktubeathon that was last year, and yeah, I don't know, I just find them really good books to read during readathons because they're not overly long, and it's nice to kind of break things up a little bit if you're in between two larger books. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, loving to kind of get to know more about the whole Sherlock world and things like that, because I love the TV show, so it's nice to, you know, look at the origins of it all. Just yeah. The last book that I finished during the month was Dangerous by Shannon Hale, and I'm not sure how I feel about this book. I still need to kind of think things over and come to terms with my feelings for this. The first 100 to 200 pages really irritated me, like quite a lot. I had to put the book down and read another book during the readathon just because I needed a break from it, but the last half of the book it did get better, but I'm still unsure on how I feel, so I'm not sure what to rate it yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing a review on my blog, so you can keep an eye out on that if you'd like. But yeah, I don't know. Has anyone else read this? Let me know what you thought of it. Just I'm not sure. So those are the books that I finished. As for currently reading, I have started Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. I'm almost halfway through this book. Really enjoying it, obviously. Just Harry Potter. I am also still slowly making my way through the fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm, just reading a few stories here and there, but I'm pretty sure that's all that I'm currently reading at the moment. So that means that we can move on to my May TBR. So everything's still quite up in the air as to what I'm planning on reading during this month. I have a vague idea, but I'm not going to go into those bits now. The main reason is because I have 2 readathons back to back occurring during the month of May. I will be doing separate TBR videos for both of those readathons in a few days, so keep your eyes out for those. I'll let you know what I decide to read for them when I've actually decided what I want to read for them. So I'm just going to let you know what I plan to read outside of those readathons. So the first book that I'm planning on reading is Drink, Slay, Love by Sarah Beth Durst. I'm planning on reading this with Cassidy from Cassidy Von Shea, and yeah, she hauled this recently and I was like, oh my god, I've had that on my shelf for a really long time and I really want to read it. So hopefully we'll get around to reading this one sometime during the month. This has been that one book that's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years, but every time I glance over it, I'm like, why haven't I read this yet? It's just like, it's just been calling to me and I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. So I'm really excited to get into it. I haven't heard too much about it, but I think there's been kind of mixed feelings about it. I'm not entirely sure, but just I'm really excited. The main character is a vampire and then she's stabbed by a unicorn horn, and I think that kind of reverses the effects, like she's slowly turning human and developing a conscience and stuff like that, so it's gonna be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to this one. My next one is also a buddy read, and that is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler, and I'm hoping to read this one with Meg from Megan Olivier. This is another one that's been sitting on my shelf and I've been really wanting to read for a while, particularly after Jessie and Ariel read this book and said they just absolutely loved it. So yeah, it should be good. I'm really excited. And just this book is so beautiful as well, by the way. Can we just like, can we? And outside of the readathon, that's all that I've got planned so far. But you know what time it is? It is TBR time. Well, TBR jar time. I was already TBRing. Doing the TBR. Ooh. Just stop, guys, stop. Okay, let's see what this one's gonna be. No! Fell to its death. Okay, what do I have? I have The Thief Lord. It's right here. The Thief Lord by Cornelia Funk. She is the author of the Ink Heart series, which I absolutely loved when I was younger. I still haven't read Ink Death. The post is here, my phone. I don't know why I'm so excited about getting a new phone. Like, I'm sorry. He's coming. I will be right back. As I was saying, so yes, and I've also actually seen the movie of this one, who has Aaron Johnson. I had a mini crush on him a little while ago. I did enjoy the film when I watched it. I thought it was pretty cute. I'm interested in seeing how the book compares. I'm assuming it's going to be better because that's usually the case. But yeah, I picked this up from I think a charity shop a while ago, a year and a half ago. Something like that. So yes, those are the 3 books I'm hoping to complete during the month. As I've already mentioned a few times, there will be some more TBR videos for the 2 readathons I'm doing. The first one is the year-a-thon, which this month's theme is finishing or catching up on a series. And the second one is about a Books 10.0 readathon. So yes, I'm really excited. They're both week long, they're both back to back, so it's going to be an intense couple of weeks of reading during the month. I hope I get a lot done. I'm really excited. I'm done. Cool. Okay, awesome.